Hey, what's going on everyone, and welcome back to the Bimmer barn. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because we are going to be test driving and figuring out if this is the right car for me. We're borrowing this 2014 BMW i3. I think it's 2014. 15, sorry. So it should be an interesting weekend. I'm just trying to figure out if this is the right lifestyle choice for me to get an electric car. And you know, being a BMW enthusiast, if I were to get one, it'd definitely be an i3. Obviously that's the only one I could afford at this point. But we're gonna be doing a few things. It's date night this weekend. We're celebrating my girlfriend's birthday. So we're gonna take the car for its test drive this weekend over the course of, I guess, 48 hours or more, and figure out if this is the right car for me. So my girlfriend should be home in a minute here. We're gonna get her reaction. Let's see what she thinks. So I want to get your reaction. As you see my cars, they're a little bit staggered right now because I have something in the garage that I want to surprise you with.
Where's the truck?
Go up in the garage.
What? That's crazy.
It's an electric car.
I didn't think you actually.
That's the one I told you about that we're gonna be borrowing for the weekend.
Oh, that's so cool. Cool. It's nice on the inside. Nice.
Yeah.
It's bigger than I thought.
That's what she said.
Yeah, no, let me give you the keys. So it's charging right now, so you can't drive it. I mean,
Funny little car. I like the wood.
yeah, well, so the car is made out of like mostly recycled materials. The entire shell of the car is like carbon fiber, so it's entirely lightweight. And then all the like body panels and stuff, they're all like made out of plastic, so they're lightweight as well. It should have a range, I think, of like 65 miles or something like that, or like 72 miles is what the battery intends. But if you drive really conservatively, like if you drive slower, it's gonna get better range. There's been people on the forums that also say, like, if you live in Florida, if you drive on like flat roads a lot, and if you're like on the highway, you can stretch it to like 100 miles range on a charge. I'm curious to see what it's gonna be like, because now we gotta figure out how we're gonna do this weekend with an electric car. I wanna let you drive it and see what you think of it. You're scared?
Because it's automatic.
You can take it for a drive right now because we have to go do groceries, right? You know how the doors work though? Look at this. Suicide doors. You know, and actually when you do it like this, it looks like there's almost enough room to check that out, baby. See if you can
See if I can fit in there.
see if you can fit in the back.
Yeah.
You know, maybe.
I guess it's not so bad to sit in.
Well, what's nice is because it's like a hatchback shape, like it's got a headroom in the back at least.
I like it.
When you have the doors open like this, it honestly like feels pretty big and stuff. I mean, the car's made out of really good quality stuff. It drives great. I kind of like this color scheme. I like the canvas seats. You know, they all have this weird thing going on where like it's like multicolor and stuff.
I don't know if I like it.
Yeah, so probably I would wrap it all one color if I had one, but otherwise I'm pretty happy. Remember, it's more scary for me than it is for you.
How do you think I feel? I'm terrified.
There you go. So now what you do is just like a normal car, yep, put on your foot on the brake, and this thing, it like goes forward. Put your foot on the brake, yeah. So it goes forward for drive, and it goes backwards for reverse.
Foot is on the brake.
Oh, the car is off still right now, so you have to tap it one more time. There you go. Zoom. This is your first time driving an electric car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of driving it around the block so I can get a little bit familiar with this car. Because this car is,
It drives so different, right?
yeah.
The big difference between an automatic and this
Oh, it just stops. when
is
you
that it's
take
got
your-
a lot of regen braking.
This is so weird. It just, this whole thing kind of feels wrong to me.
Yeah, well, no, it's like driving a golf cart. Like, think about it like it's a golf cart, but it's really fast.
Moments later.
You do this to me on purpose.
Honestly, the first time that I drove it, I got sick. I didn't like get sick, but I was getting mild motion sickness in the car because I was like, I'm moving right now, but I don't hear that I'm moving, so my body like didn't know how to make sense of it. I was like, queasy. That's how I would describe that. So it's officially the next morning. The car is fully charged up, and I'm gonna go to the gym to start my day. We've got 70 miles of range, it says, and I'll probably put it back on the charger when we get home because I don't want to, you know, sacrifice any of the range that we're gonna be using today. So this baby in drive. So weird. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna try to drive it easy now because I don't want to sacrifice too much range. But yeah, this thing is definitely fun to drive, I have to say, and I'm able to get my phone connected to the radio too, so once I turn the camera off I can play some music. But it's a nice driving experience for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead, enjoy this drive to the gym, and then I'll see you guys when we're going out later for the day. We made it to the gym and the car actually went up in range. So I guess it adjusts the range based off your driving style, which is really cool. So if you do a lot of really efficient driving, like if you're on the highway, and I heard if you do drafting, you can even get this to show crazy numbers that would not really indicate, you know, not really be accurate. But anyways, now we're at the gym, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my workout, and then we'll continue the rest of the day.
Eventually.
So I just dropped Paige off and I'm outside of the beauty salon right now. I'm gonna go ahead and check the range. The range says 66 miles left. Go ahead and turn that back off. So pretty good. I think we started at 76 miles and this place is 14 miles away, so we only used 10% charge. I tried to use active cruise control the whole way here as much as possible, but it's a little weird because when you're coming up to a red light, you know, you don't want it to wait till the last second to, you know, brake essentially. So yeah, just kind of like mixing active cruise control with a little bit of pedal usage. You know, I feel like I'm leaving a really big gap in front of me, which is not usual. Usually I try to like keep up with the pace of traffic, so I almost feel bad for people behind me because, you know, this car, you know, with active cruise control, it's trying to be eco-friendly. So whatever though, I think you know, if you don't want to be behind the electric car, don't get behind an electric car, and that way you'll have to deal with economical driving habits. So yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead. There's only a Tesla supercharger around here, so I can't charge the car here. I'm thinking maybe our next destination, we might be able to charge the car at a station. But for now, I think I'm just gonna park the car, go walk around, enjoy the scenery, and then on our next destination, we're gonna be heading to the aquarium. So stay tuned for that, and I'll give you guys a little clip once we get in there. And check out that brand new, I think G80 M4 competition convertible. That car is crazy. Can't believe I parked right next to it with my i3. Good? Yeah. Oh, there you go. And then taco. Blackbeard? It's comfy now, though.
And then she hit a...
All right, so it's time to turn the car on, see how much range we have, because we left it at 66 miles. Now it says 63, so it did lose a little bit of battery from being stored. But now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna head to the aquarium, put the AC on, put the windows down actually so it cool down in here. And yeah, put the GPS in, take the efficient way, and hopefully make it there with plenty of range left for the rest of the day. sticks. I gotta try it now. Oh my gosh. So we got about 24 miles range, it says, and our destination is 24 miles away. So I guess we're gonna find out if this works. I know that if we go below the range that it says, it'll go to 0, and then we might have like 5 to 10 miles more range. But I guess we just gotta drive efficiently and hope that we make it home. So we just pull up on this charge point because we wanted to get a little bit of juice. We got 5 miles range on our way home, and it said that there was a spot open, and it looks like someone is just literally using this spot to park their car, and it's not an electric vehicle. So unfortunately, we can't park here. I guess that's one of those frustrations of, you know, driving an electric car. People are gonna do this sort of thing, so it kind of puts a little extra stress on us. Luckily, we're in Winter Park right now, so there's a lot of EV charging points around, so we're gonna go ahead and find another one I found that has some parking spots open. Hopefully they're not just filled up with gas cars, and then we'll get a little bit extra juice so that we can make it home safely. Go ahead and turn the charger on. Hopefully it takes the charge. I need to figure this out and see if I have to pay for it. Price. Free! Whoa!
Isn't able to get it off. Oh no.
You need a charge point. To get started, sign up in the Charge Point app. Tap your phone or Charge Point card below.
Eventually.
There you go. Now I just plug it in. So it's charging. So it's gonna start to juice up. Hopefully it gets to like 7 kilowatts an hour, and that way it'll charge up like fast. We can see that it is juicing up and how much range it has. Only 3 miles right now, but probably let it juice up for a couple of minutes, maybe walk around, and yeah, I guess this is the life of an EV driver.
Moments later.
All right, so we've been here exactly 25 minutes and we're up to 16 miles range. So we got 13 miles worth of charging from this charger for free, actually. So shout out to Seacoast Bank. We appreciate you guys. Turns out, I think businesses get a tax credit for installing these chargers. So we'll bring this back here. Thank you, free charge. That's pretty cool. And now we definitely have enough juice. It's only 9 miles home, so we can definitely crank the AC and drive home on a blast. So we made it home fine with plenty of range to spare, actually, like 5 or 6 miles left on the dash. If I'm being honest with myself, we probably should have just came straight home. I think I made a mistake getting off the highway looking for a charging station, and for that reason we just drained battery looking at different charging places, and that one library that had the gas car blocking up the charging station was kind of a surprise. So yeah, if we would have gone straight home, definitely would have made it, I think. But now, you know, at least we got the experience of charging up the car. That was pretty cool. So the car's charging now, and it says that it won't be done charging until tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. But this is the slow charger for home use. I think that you can get the faster charger like hooked up to your house with like an electrician if you wanted to do something like that. But I think that we're gonna go out to dinner later in probably like the next hour or so. So you're gonna have to grab a gas car. Unfortunately, this one does not have the Rex, so that like gas extension tank that you can use to charge the battery. So we don't have any other option besides taking another car for the rest of the night. So a little sad, but you know, I was really happy with stretching the range out on the car, and I was very happy with the performance of it. So I'll go ahead and drive the car tomorrow as well, probably put a couple miles on it, and then we'll do some final thoughts and give this thing a final review. Cool. And then you're gonna take this.
Now it says 86 miles at the range.
Yep. That, because if you drive economically, it'll actually go further. It'll give you more range, right?
It's not electric, the seats?
No, because it'd be weight, right? Yeah. So with your foot on the brake, you can tap drive, and now it's in drive mode, so you can take your foot off the brake.
That's a bloody car.
Like what? Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
The AC. Take your foot off the throttle, it's gonna like brake for you.
Oh, okay.
Like, and then that's when it's charging. It says it right here, charging, full power. 3,100. I think it's 3,000 pounds, depending on if you got the model with like the gas
use
engine.
one like that, how much would it go for?
15 grand more. Like the 2019s and stuff, they're like in the 20s, 25 range, but like the 2015, 14, stuff like these, you buy one with 30,000 miles, 40,000 miles, it's gonna be like 15 grand or less.
Any issue with reliability? What's the main problem with these?
I don't know about reliability. I mean, I haven't, you know, I think a couple like news outlets would say that it's like the #1 economical EV option, right? The battery's warranted or guaranteed basically like for 8 years or 100,000 miles.
Oh, that's it.
So they guarantee that by 8 years it'll have 70% or more of life, because what happens as a battery gets older, the possible range you're going to be able to get out of it is going to be less. The battery gets older, you have less possible, you know, capacity. But like in comparison, like a Nissan Leaf, for example, a Nissan Leaf has a battery that's guaranteed for 4 years or 40,000 miles. So
if you don't have to keep your foot on the brake if you don't want, if you're not going, like at the stop
yeah,
sign or
exactly.
the light, it's automatic. I mean, but are the brakes depressed?
Never.
It's just the
It's
motor.
just there's so much resistance from that electric motor. You can be on an incline and the car will slowly give the beans. There you go.
It's pretty cool. I mean, for commuting, you can't beat that really. Plenty room.
Yeah, but it
Look,
looks small.
6 foot. It looks small, but it got plenty.
Yeah, and it has a camera right here that enables it to do adaptive cruise control, so you can set the distance.
They were really the pioneer in this, huh?
I think so. 2014 when this came
Yeah.
out, right?
BMW was ahead.
So yeah, a little tap and it'll start reaching.
Yeah, you gotta calculate that. So
It's very hard to calculate.
Yes.
I'm like stopping 100 feet but in front of the red light now.
So it's an infinite speed, basically. What would be the top speed on this?
I don't know. I'd have to check. I'd have to Google
Really?
it. Yeah.
100,
I mean,
100 something.
electric motors do have a top RPM,
Right.
maximum RPM that they like to operate at. So that's going to conclude our video for today, and I hope that you guys enjoyed watching and spending the weekend with me and this electric car, and I hope that you guys learned something about the experience as well, because I definitely did. And I'll tell you that I'm thinking I'm converted now. I would definitely love to get an electric car. Even this one with the 60-mile range, it's really practical to think about all the charging stations that you can get access to if you plan your day correctly. All it takes is a little pit stop here or there to get enough charge. But if you had the Rex version, which I would definitely want that, you know, range extended one with the gas tank, I think that would be ideal. 60 miles of electric range with an additional 60 from, you know, 2 gallons of gas in case you just need to get home. But otherwise, a fully electric experience like this is really cool. My friend here that owns this car hasn't had any issues with it so far. He bought it for a really good price a couple years ago, so it hasn't given him any problems. So that makes me really tempted to go out and look for one myself, and I have been looking at them. I've seen some of these with 140,000 miles on top of that, so you know that they will go the distance for sure. But I think some concerns among them are like depleted battery life when they tend to get older. Some people having just random fault codes, but you see stuff like that on the forums. So I'm definitely interested in getting one myself. It would take selling a couple of cars to be able to afford one, but I think it would be a great addition to the garage, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think as well. So let me know what you thought of the video down below. If a like or a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and you found us and you love BMWs. And as always, I hope everyone has an amazing day. We'll see you next time.